Okay, Appendix B Part 2. We're going to talk about parabolas. So you've dealt with them before, but probably not to this extent, talking about the directrix and the focus. We've talked about the vertex, which is your lowest or highest point in your parabola. But the definition for a parabola is a set of all points in a plane that are equidistant from a fixed point, the focus. So no matter what point you have, it is equidistant, okay, from the directrix and the focus. So these will always be the same length. We're not getting too detailed with this, just the equations of them and finding the focus compared to each one. So an axis of symmetry is what just slices the parabola down the middle and creates symmetric sides. The vertex is the midpoint of the segment connecting the focus and the directrix. You don't really have to know that, but if the parabola goes this way, it's an x squared equation. And then 4py, where p would be your focus point. And then if your parabola goes this way, then it's a y equals equation, and p would be your x value. Yeah, it would be your x value because it would be out here and it would be along the x-axis. When it's this way, your focus is just a y value. So in the first example, they want you to find that y value. And if you're finding a y value, that means your parabola is going to look like this, but it's negative, so it's going to look like this. So here's an equation, y equals negative 2x squared. We want x squared by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2, and then your equation is x squared equals y divided by negative 2. Okay, so let's go off to the side. That technically would be then 1y over negative 2, or 1/2, which is negative. So this is the equation we have. This is the formula. What would p be? Well, if this is this and this is this, then 4p represents the negative 1/2. If we divide both sides by 4, when you divide by 4, you're also multiplying by a fourth. So really, p is negative 1/8. So your focus is 0, negative 1/8. So that's all you need to do. But what does this mean? It means that your focus would be like right here. It'd be 0, negative 1/8 if it was graphed on a line. Okay, they want you to be able to find the focus of an equation where it's y equals. We know what that looks like. So we're going to use this equation. This is the formula. So if this was your equation and this is the formula, then 2 represents 4p. Divide both sides by 4. And p equals 1/2. So that one was simple. We didn't have to do any rearranging. Okay, and then your last set of notes. Yay! So here again, I put the equations again. And they're saying, hey, write an equation in standard form if you're given a focus of 2, 0. So if your focus is 2, 0, that means your y equals equation. So here's our equation. They're telling you what p is. P is 2. So let's replace p with 2. And that's it. That's your equation. We're not setting the world on fire. We're just being logical. If we're given this p value, can you create an equation? Yes, you can. Here, 0, 2, that means it's an x equals equation. Here's our equation. We know p is 2. Why did I write x? It would be y. Whoopsies. So let's make it pretty. That's your equation. We're not used to really writing like that. We're used to writing y equals. So this would really be your equation as well. You just divide both sides by 8. Pause, rewind, check it over again, and now do the second part of your homework. Answers are in Canvas where your syllabus is. feel free to email me at kuc266@psu.edu. Bye.